this evening. My name is Elisha Brigham, and the speech is 1315, and my instructor is Tonyo Pope. My speech is on Columbia, South Carolina deputy throwing a female student to the ground in class. This incident took place at Spring Valley High School after Deputy Ben Fields of the Sheriff's Department was called on to remove a student who had reportedly been disrupted and refused to leave the classroom. The deputy asked the student to remove herself. She refused. Now, it was two videos that was shown from two angles showing what led up to her getting thrown to the ground. The longer version shows everything in the video. It showed the sheriff and the student using profanity towards each other. They did interview which one of the students that said it was really over a cell phone that the female student wouldn't give the teacher nor the administrator. The sheriff then asked another student to move a desk and also remove the female student's laptop before grabbing her and pushing the desk backwards. After this happened, another student got arrested as well for saying this is wrong. Then later both students was released in custody of their parents. Authorities are investigating this incident. Even the FBI has stepped in. This same sheriff, Ben Fields, has been target of 2 federal lawsuits. The New York Times reports the newspaper outlines the case, both of which allege civil rights violation by Fields. In the most recent field in 2013, a former student said Fields unfairly targeted black students. They end up doing their investigation on the incident that was stated by the Washington Post that the deputy has been fired. He should have been fired. He did use excessive force during the arrest of a black female student. In my opinion, due to me working with TDCJ, you have to limit your use of force with inmates. Certain ways of handling vicious, cruel inmates in the system. We too can get fired for using excessive force. And in this video, he used too much of it. He should have, when he walked in the classroom, he should have cleared the classroom of students. He should have called for backup, which that backup should have been a female, not a male. Trust if he would have cleared that classroom, she would have gotten up and left with the rest of the students also. This student was also acting out really due to her losing her grandmother first, then her mother, and then she finds herself in the government system lost without any family at all. So she was really being disruptive, and she just didn't have no family. She just felt lost in there. And I think they should have first, talked to her first before he went in there and handled her like he did. He should have never put his hand on. I think a female officer should always handle a female inmate, if it's an inmate or civilian or anything like that. So, can I ask you some questions? You got any questions?
There's one question is that I wonder why they didn't send a female officer instead of a man. A female officer really is supposed to put their hands on a female when it comes to situations like that. It's not like she was aggressive. She was just down in her spirit and really didn't know how to handle the emotional trauma she was going through after losing her loved ones. Okay. And so because she lost her loved ones, I think the system should have been more concerned with trying to help ease her pain rather than to create physical pain upon her. She's still a baby. She's not a grown-up yet. And that's why I think they should have been more concerned about how she felt instead of just thinking she just disrupted. Some students are looked at that way and others are not.
Any more other questions?
Yeah. Out of all of the police officers on the force, why would they send the one with a history of violence?
That's what I want to know when I was reading it, why they didn't. But I guess he's probably known of doing it. I think he's known of putting his hand. Like one of the students did say that he's known of putting his hand on black students anyway. So that's probably why they sent this vicious cop to come handle this little girl, which he should have. I mean, sized her up. You know you can handle her by your size or whatever. I still they said they should have brought a female in there to handle her. And all through these cops doing this and stuff, I don't know why they don't never ever clear the scene, clear everybody up out of there. I guarantee you she would have left up out of there. That's how we do at TDC. If we got a whole bunch of inmates, and we got that one that's clowning and doing everything, what we do, we get all the rest of the inmates out of there. And he gonna come, eventually he gonna walk right up out of there. Cause he wanna go, cause he know the consequences if he don't. If we clear that, cause that means we ain't gonna have nobody to see what's going on, no evidence, nobody, telling it. They can't give no statements at all.
Okay, what I wanna know is this, the teacher was standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't the teacher, and I assume it was a female teacher, why didn't she decide, okay, don't put your hands on her, I'll handle it. Why didn't she put her hands on her if she had to be handled? You see what I'm saying?
I think when they were saying is that she wouldn't give up her phone and stuff, that means she must have been disrupted then, and they probably was scared of her.
Why?
'Cause
She's a kid.
She probably using, hardcore
She didn't have no-
profanity.
did
as
she
they
have a
say
gun?
she was.
But
Did she have a gun? Did she have a knife?
No,
She had a phone.
that's all
She
she
had a
had was a
text.
phone.
Okay then. Could have took that tablet from her. I guarantee she would have got up out that seat.
Yeah.
But did the school officials know her situation
No.
psychologically?
No, they didn't know till afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't want to give up her phone. I guess to me, I think she might have been in her, how you want to say, mourn of her mom and, grandma passing, and then she didn't want to give up the phone. Maybe something that was in that phone that she wanted.
That might have been sentimental to her, and so
Mm-hmm.
therefore I'm not being prejudiced by what I'm saying, but I've seen a lot of some students who are some students are looked at different than others.
Okay, this
You're gonna have a
includes
space when you turn.
my speech. Thank you all for coming out and listening to me, and I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so